Hey guys, welcome to Clash Club. This is Mag here for yet another game review on Rise of Nations. So today we're gonna see a 4v4 game that features Chakalaka, Nobody, James Webb and Nutz on one side, Emerald Mage, Red Wizard, Levanchik and Serg on the other side. So let's quickly see what are the nations that each of them got. So Mage got Spanish, Red Wizard got Germans, Levanchik got Koreans, and Serg got Greeks. Greeks are difficult in Nomads if you're allowed to settle, and the blue team are not explode yet, so we have to click on them. So blue got Persians, purple nobody got Chinese, James Webb got Bantu, and Nutz got French. So it's not something outside the Germans and liberal Greeks. Everyone got a decent tier 3, tier 4 nations. Nothing special from anywhere either side though. Okay, so back to a little bit of fast track mode. So the red and the orange starts on one side, yellow and green starts on the other side. If I'm right, Levanchik has been playing this game for almost 8-9 years. I remember having played with him in the game Spy, and Mage and Red Wizards have been playing for at least around 5 years, I guess. Similar time frame for Chakalaka, James Webb might be 3-4 years. I have no clue who the nobody is. And that should be playing similar, like around 5 years, I guess. Serg, we all know, is a pro. Been playing there for some time, but I don't know. I don't remember him playing in Game Spy though. It's a little bit fast tracking it out. Also, we'll quickly see what other wares they got. So they got relics, so that is amazing for Greeks. They also got a diamond in the center. They got Pappy again, very good for Greeks and for everyone in general. My favorite rare, Silk, that is amazing too. Cotton. On the contrast, the opponent team got Salt, Gems, Spice, Sugar and Bison. So it's decent setup for both of them, and Ember in the middle as well. So going to a little bit fast track it again. So within 5 minutes, Serg being Greeks and a pro finishes both the civic and the commerce research. Let's check with Red Wizard. He being German is able to do the same thing as well. Levanchik is doing a second research, and Green has not started a second research. Spanish is the nation I hate the most in Nomad specifically, but it's good for the team though, as you can, find out all the rares, point it for them, they can use it wisely. But Spanish is very slow and not my favorite nation at all. The challenging part is there's only a boundary shared between the Chinese and the Germans here, and Chinese in this game, specifically Nomad, has a hard push on the boundary. I don't know why he wanted two close cities, maybe to guard his, the woodcutters. I would have rather had it more on the side for the purple, rather than having a very small boundary for a Chinese. That's too small, to be honest. I would have gone a little bit more sidewards. action, no raids, nothing for the first 7 minutes. People are all booming. I really like the way Nutz and Chakalaka pushing the boundary towards the yellow and green. The key part in this game outside the Raz is the control of mountains, and you can see the green has got just 2 mountains and one is already shared right now. And if we take from yellow side, he virtually got just 1 mountain and nothing more. So orange has got 2 mountains, red has got none. So he's pushing towards sidewards, which made a lot more sense because controlling this, the center mountain would make a lot more sense, which is what white is doing. And they also got copper. So the big advantage for Persians is the civic research, and they got a die 2 here, which means that blue can pressurize with more cities. And Spanish, being a tier 4 nation and Nomad, really has no much advantage after helping the team with pointing out the race. So again, gonna a little bit fast forward the action. So the first of the raid that's happening, more than the raid, it's the tower that is hitting the barrack. So that's good job from James Webb. I think this was a mistake from Red Wizard. He knows the first is there, and very likely a tower would be coming up, and this was very close to the tower though, so it should have been a little back, but yeah, these kind of mistakes do happen then and there. So far, in my view, it's a good start from James Webb team. They're raiding it well, they're covering their res. The red team is not either attacking the res nor covering the res that properly. I think the intent from the blue and white is clear, that is early aggression. As you can clearly see, he has got his elephants ready, and if we see from white, so it's gonna be very early 2v1 on 93 very soon. And from yellow's perspective, he's Korean, so he can really defend a lot of the attacks in general. The challenge is they're not gonna go for the Koreans, they would rather go for the Spanish. Spanish is a bit weaker and doesn't have that big a defense ability outside the heavy infantries. Maybe, they're one of the strongest troops in this game. I'm not gonna go to the next one, it's more like tower hitting the barracks. Let's see.
Yellow.
So he is yet to do his second melee research. That is these guys have already completed it. So green is behind in the game big time, and there's already a 2v1 here. And yellow is planning just to repair this town rather than getting the troops ready. So he is making some arches. Going to push forward a bit more. Still no second melee research from Mage. Maybe it's kind of more like a panic situation, whether to make troops or to do the research. I think either way, the double is going to be difficult to be contained. Still no second melee research from green, and he's saving his troops just for the capital push from blue and white. The Serg is confident that they will win this side, so quickly checking this side. The Greeks' heavy cavalry is a beast to deal with. And German troops, specifically heavy infantry, is difficult to stop. So it's a great combination, Germans and Greeks, to be honest. And these guys, you know, the Bantu and Chinese, they don't have a lot in the arsenal outside a big city from Chinese to start with as the only defense code. So it's a wise move to push towards, you know, the Bantu city. So this is not a great city placement from light blue here. Because if they lose a city, then they gain an edge into the border of the purple and light blues. So it's very imminent to hold this city. And James is still not in attacking mode. He still wants to somehow survive and defend here. Since they already locked down the furs, I really didn't see a value to have the city here. It should have been more like here or here. Okay, the city is lost. That's good control from Serg. The challenge specifically in this closed city is you can see the proximity of all the barracks troops and the horse troops coming directly straight into it, so they can reproduce those troops even if they lose it. So the luxury of defense is lost because, you know, both the team can quickly reproduce the troops. The one big advantage of the defense is you can reproduce the troops quickly than the attacking nation if they have to come from far land. So say like if there is a case of a small stalemate or a slight upper hand only for the attackers, the defenders, if they have the ability to reproduce quickly, they can always win the city back. So that advantage is neutralized here. So that is a mistake from James Webb. He's a experienced player as well. Maybe he just doesn't want to lose his first. But this was one tip that was given to me by Mage as well. That never ever, you know, get the friend city towards a pro player, specifically when a pro player is on the play. And with Serg on, trying to have a city close to their side is a bad move. Now you can see they will start building all those barracks and stables here, and push towards, the purple's cap as well, or the front city. So let's go into the action here. Back to green. Green has finally done his midi 2 research. Koreans are slightly putting up a fight. I don't see the Greens army anywhere. Maybe it's all lost. Not sure. Oh, it's here. Fast track a bit more. So blue is rushing towards green's cap. Good location for green, to be honest. And I like the tower, because crossing the river would, this tower would punish those troops that's gonna cross the river slowly. That's what exactly happening. A Brit tower would have been amazing here. The only other thing I would have taken is these two farms out here, so I would have had an opportunity to build a castle here. A tower at the front and castle at the back, and that would have given enough opportunity to build some troops on the flanks. Getting a second library in case the first library is demolished, and is also pushed to the H3 here. So it's a big upper hand for the red team here. As you can see, percentage wise, even though the other team is controlling 41%, because both of them captured one city. But Serg is monumentally leading at 38-12, and the scores don't lie. Blue is doing very good, 30-54, and red and Nutz are doing something similar. And similarly, Levanchik and Mage is way behind, but Serg's score is way up. That neutralizes out. This is really going to be a difficult ploy for green, to defend the city. But too much elephants in play, and it's 2v1. And I'm not sure what Yellow is doing. I don't see his troops anywhere in picture. This cap itself is under risk. So maybe they should have pressurized. So green is trying to move his cap quick. Will he be successful? Oh. I don't know why he was just building the camp with just one village. Maybe he just had one village though. Sure. But maybe he was worried that even if he's gonna push it, it won't have enough time to push the cap to a different spot. So green is totally nullified here. And yellow's cap is not moved yet. Maybe these guys should start, pushing towards 94 as well. Let's quickly see what Nobody and James Webb is doing. The Chinese city gives them a little bit time to regroup. So the Korean, they're using all the military. I think he should try to save himself up right now. I don't think so. Green can be saved with just yellow's military. And to fast track a bit more. They have really slowed down. I don't know whether it's inexperience. Yellow's capital is in sight. Green has been whitewashed. And these guys have not pushed for yellow though. That's interesting. There's no defense either, and at least they should have scouted it out. And if I have to check white in picture, that's a little bit flaw from the side as well. The troops are not, reproduced yet or refilled. So just blue controlling it out right now, and white is more busy in repairing it out. They should have, gone towards yellow's cap straight away. I think they want to wipe out green quickly. Definitely a bad ploy when you have an option to wipe out two of them instantly. Rather than say instantly, two of them wipe out from the game, but both the caps adjacent to each other. Delaying it is a huge mistake, and yellow has not moved his cap yet. And green is pushing for a forbidden city. And has got 1 minute 4 seconds in the clock. Will he get it? He does it at 5. He just got one city left. We have two options, either to go for yellow's cap or wipe green out from the picture. I think going for yellow's cap would have been the smart move rather than wiping green out here. Because even if it's green is going to survive the forbidden city, it's going to take a lot of time for him to regroup and to get back into this game. So until then, he'll just have to boom. At least he wouldn't be able to attack.
Yellow.
So not sure where white's army is. White really slowed it down. So this mistake of white is costing. They should have finished yellow out here. So on the other hand, let's look on the other side. Red Wizard is really pushing it hard. And if I quickly look at the kills, 28-24, but look at Serg 31-9. I really don't know where his troops are, but his control is, mesmerizingly awesome. I don't know, I have to read Serg's game a lot to understand how he does a control. I understand Greeks have a lot of power, but with just a small set of troops, he's not losing them and he's killing the opponents wisely as well. Let's go in here. So Elo is pushing to, delete his Senate, and this is a clear-cut mistake from blue here. Not sure what is he doing. He's hitting on the woodcutters while Elo is doing his best to clear the Senate. Wow. Lack of experience here, I guess. And now he's pushing for the city while the Senate is done. Oh gosh. Blue. The problem is white and light blue went the other side on Serg. Not a bad ploy. To keep Serg in check is not going to be easy, so they're doing the right thing. See, this city should have been the placement for James Webb City rather than that. And now these troops are marching it this way, and Serg is able to control this city and able to punish the city that's in between their border and this city though, and really nothing can be done for this city. And White is actually wasting it out. He can neither defend the city, neither attack Serg, nor helping Blue punish Yellow though, and this capitalist mode. So this is the biggest mistake they did it. Blue had it in great control, should have had 2% eliminated from this game, but White going to support the other side instead of wiping Yellow out, and Blue was busy hitting the woodcut instead of going for the city, and this is Koreans, which means that he's going to repair it. So it's going to take a long time before he marches in, and he would have ample time to reproduce troops if required, at least delete the Senate. So lack of experience from Blue though, they let this game slip. James Webb is putting up an amazing fight. Let's quickly check where Red is. Red is still pummeling out on Purple. So Purple is more like defenseless here, nothing left out. So that's impressive play from James here. If you look at it, Serg was 39 to 9, more like 30 troops up. He still almost balances the ratio in spite of the 2v1 attack on him, but that's a good fight back from Light Blue here.
Coming.
Koreans are a hard nation to attack, specifically if you let them have the resources. A lot of spies would generally help here with towers on his side. So Elo's actually doing it good. It's not like as a noobish effort from him. He's doing amazingly well. The only one mistake I would point here is he should also be repairing the village here. So while the sieges are busy on the tower, silently you get the okay, he's doing it. Silently get the city back in shape. So by the time the towers are done, if your troops would have survived, then it would have been good. Well, James is doing good. I don't think so he can best the troops of Red, and Serg's heavy cavalry is gonna be a punishing force here. So he actually controls. At the same time, he booms as well. So if we look at Serg, he's pushing towards 5 very soon. With Greeks, it's 100% speedy research. I won't be surprised if he goes to 5 in under 5 more minutes from now. So Blue finally took down Yellow City, but you can say it almost took 10 minutes. So that's, he did a lot of things right, but the one mistake that he did was wasting time in going for the cap, and White clearly did mess it up. Maybe they should have asked the other team to defend as much as they can while they eliminate the 2, and then all 4 on 2 would have been the right way. Yellow's almost wiped out. It's not that Yellow can contribute a lot, but the advantage of Yellow still in the game is it is keeping Blue busy on Yellow instead of coming towards the other 2. Score wise, if you look at it, Chaka is leading very well at 7180 compared to the closest Serg at 6989. So it's almost 200-300 points lead. But Red is catching up very well on the 3rd spot. Nutz. I don't know why did he come to the yellow city right now. So this is a key mistake, and yellow survival has contributed to this. Now see again another mistake here. Blue is busy in demolishing all the stables, barracks before going for the city, and it's going to take a lot more time to have yellow wiped out, which means it will give ample time for Red Wizard and Serg to wipe their partners on the other side. I have done the same mistake what Chaka and Nutz are doing. Sometimes, a pro player on the opponent side puts a little bit of panic, and I think it could be the same case here. Serg's presence is really adding some pressure on them. They're not clear on the strategies. Even though James' score is slightly behind, in my view, he has done it a lot better than most others would do. Even though it's just 45 46, this 45 46 has come mostly against Serg's army, so in my view, that's impressive than the other kill ratio in general. So sometimes the kill ratio can be fooling guys. It cannot be accurate always here, as you can see. Um, Nuts has 86 to 46 or 87 to 46 right now, but a lot of those are against yellow and Mage, and whereas if you see 46 of James were more against Serg and Red. I see that has more value than the others go around. So 2v1. Exactly. See, this is the pros read of the game. Elo has done amazingly well here. It's not that Elo is completely useless. Elo has purchased more than 32 minutes of time in keeping two armies in check. Yes, he's losing cities up and front, but he has already moved his cap here. So since they didn't pressure the cap, and since Elo is not dead yet, Elo's not dead yet. These two guys have been kept busy, and 2v2 on the other side is no match. Serg and Red Wizards are clearly winning it. James is doing his best. Has got Bantu, which means he has got the quantity, but this is the quality. I've been saying this for quite some time. Serg is running with a very small set of army, but he's winning the big battles. You can see here, it could be 1:10 ratio, or maybe I'm exaggerating a bit, but maybe 1:5 ratio here. Serg versus James, and Serg is winning. Those heavy cavalries of Greeks or a Tosher and Hanzo. The beast mode. Wow. Almost I would say 50 troops versus like 10 troops from Serg, and those out of those the 10 troops almost survived. Wow. Wow. That's impressive. It's both one the power of the Greeks and the control of Serg. And Red has silently gone and taken James' capital for grab, while Serg was, kept in check by James. He really has no. There's really no way James could fight both the armies of Red and Serg. So even though his score are looking way lower, he's actually done a very good work in the battlefield. God, would you still believe that Elo City is still surviving and it's not been captured yet? And White is completely now clueless what to do. Either there's no way he could go and defend the other side, Neither he has a big army to even attack it. See, Yellow is actually playing very well. I'm impressed by Yellow here. He his echo has been battered. He can only have a small set of troops, and he's doing the best to um, keep this white and blues armies in check. And now his only work is to with a small army defend and repair and hold them marching towards a cap. The Red Wizard is building his Forbidden City to advantage one. These guys cannot build a Forbidden City to survive. While if they suddenly march into Red's capital, he can still survive with the Forbidden City. And Red has got a massive army here. Interesting. No cavalry. Red has invested fully on barrack troops, which is one heavy cavalry. Interesting. Nutz capital is not far away. That's Purple's capital. Pushes capital behind and has become virtually useless in this game. So Purple is more or less eliminated from this game. So the one that's running with the show is Blue, and he is applying pressure. So this is going to be interesting. And Serg's armies are coming back. And if we take into account again very small set of heavy cavalries from Serg, but that should be sufficient for him. There is Yellow's army here. And the orange army is coming back. This is a good ploy from Blue, but the only mistake is it's a little bit slow. The capturing of Yellow's first capital, that delay, and then the amount of time taken to wipe out Yellow in picture has given them ample time to bounce back in this game. Wow, Serg recamps his capital. Small bunch of army. His heavy cavalries are punishing. So this is the defender's bonus. You see, he did not have a lot of barracks and stables nearby the city, but still he can plentifully reproduce as much as he wants from here. So Serg doesn't have a lot of resources to reproduce troops. Again, little bit of Blue's inexperience and pro play from Orange here. And this is where I'm surprised what White is doing. White should have gone hand in hand with Blue. Blue did an amazing work, and now Blue shifts his focus in destroying the Colossus. Yes, you can destroy the Colossus, mate, but it's too late in the game. Destroying Colossus after 37 minutes. And in that process, killing up all your troops. That's game done, my brother.
Yellow.
So this is the drawback for the attacker. Now they have to regenerate the troops from far position. White virtually went on a sleep mode. In spite of having this high score, has not contributed much. So even though it's a 4v4 8 battle, I see the key players in this game are Red Wizard, Serg. Serg amazing control and Red amazing push. and James Webb and Chakalaka. Chakalaka was very good in his attack, but a little bit inexperienced here and there delayed him marching towards yellow's capital as well as orange's capital. Had he gone and caught 94 before he could have moved his capital, then 94 would have been straight away resourceless, and then he could have applied the pressure on orange straight away. They should have captured yellow's capital in under 22 minutes. That means 16 minutes from now, they could have saved close to 8 minutes. They could have gone for orange capital in under 7 minutes. So that's another key mistake that happened is white shifting his focus from this side to the other side. They don't have a cap without any defense, and still they are unable to recapture it back. And now red is going to punish on Nutz capital. I'm still I don't know whether white is off from the keyboard or not. Okay, finally he joins blue, but this army is too small, my friends. Even though orange might lose his capital, he can always regain because now orange has got a massive army too. I have seen it pushing from the flank and from the back has not been very productive. So orange is rushing back towards his capital. See the confidence. Says he'll age up soon. Oh, so he moved his cap in time. Okay, so that's nice. And he has not lost his colors either. Oh, he did lose his colossus. Okay. Wow, look at red's resources though. So red has got two caps right now, and I don't think so any way forward. And now he's building the castle out here and leaving a small set of troops. Impressive play from red with just 125 troops. He has sparks, he stationed some, he's able to defend, he's also pushing to both the caps. Oh god, another stupid ploy. They should have at least realized that they cannot go for both the caps because one of them would have definitely got the Forbidden City. And trying to, go for red, even if they're gonna capture the city or the cap here, it's not gonna add any value. In 2 minutes 45 seconds, the second most precious player is gonna be wiped out, and purple is not in this foray for long, and Nutz is already losing his capital. But where is Serg's camp? Serg's camp is here. I really have no clue what is the point of capturing the city. They're gonna recapture it out. Serg is gonna wait till the army moves out and gonna use his military and recapture it out very easily. Serg sends White's army into Bay, brings his massive army back in picture. See, this is total time waste. Nutz could not do anything on red's capital, and blue did not push for any of the capital either. And two capital on their team is under capture. Allow the stats. I'm gonna quickly check the stats from red and orange on 158 to 122 and 158 to 86. Both did amazing. I'm still more impressed with orange here, 161 to 122, because most of the game he was fighting 1v2, defending it meticulously. But red's contribution is immense here. Um, he kept the entire game under their control, kept pushing for capital after capital, and then, you know, all the bonuses that he received, he kept sharing it with his team. So if we look at economy tab, you can see the amount of resources shared by red, 5436. This is immense towards, you know, orange and green. So that's a very good team play from red here. I'm impressed by blue here. He did a great work. Well, that's the difference between an inter versus pro. He did not have the right tactics to, you know, move the game towards their balance, capturing useless cities. And see here, Serg is punishing all this army with his milita. And the team has visually given up as James Webb is running out of time. There's no way Nutz is going to recapture it from red's control here. More like an iron grip from red here. Very impressive play for him. Poor James did very well. Not his game. So on the quick front, from the stats perspective, 193 to 160 kills. Serg did amazing, as I said, fighting most of the games 1v2. To have those ratios amazing. And on the economy front, being Greeks, he totally dominated on the knowledge front. Outside blue is almost double or more than double than rest of his players. Red did amazingly well. A perfect game for him, 177 to 98 kills. And then a lot of cities being captured. Economic front as well did amazing. Germans did help him out. Timber collection, wealth, and metal collected together. Blue, I was really surprised by the performance, even though there's a little bit of flaws here and there, but he really kept the game, you know, for this long, quickly wiping out Mage. The only mistake is not wiping out Levanchik when his capital was very close to, you know, the Greens one. He should have pushed into that. And another key mistake what I saw is white taking his attention away from blue, or away from yellow, I mean, and rather than supporting blue, he went for the other side to defend, and that did not help. Neither they were able to get anything back, nor they able to, you know, eliminate another player from the game. So they could have either tried one risk, going at a full-fledged and asking James and nobody to defend as much as they can, or buy the time as much as they can while they keep eliminating one by one. I think overall, these mistakes are bound to happen for anyone. It's not something that's a big flaw. It's more about, you know, the proness into the game. I don't think so the pros would have done this mistake. Definitely players like Serg would not have done this mistake, and they would have, you know, kept their upper hand in the game to win it. But overall, it's an amazing game. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed it very well, and I thought I'll bring it for you guys. So this is Mag here signing off for Clash Club. Until I see you for yet another game review for Rise of Nations. Thank you.